value of the fiscal plan, even though it's mostly depreciated. But I think what we need to do is keep pressure on them, because that's the only thing that will impact their financial bottom line.
Will you email those resources to everybody who signed up, the AG and the other boards that you mentioned, so we can all write those?
We will. And other years.
If you leave your email, we're going to start coordinating this with the healthcare district, so I'll have some secretarial help, and my son won't wonder why all I do on weekends is email people I don't know. I do have one quick question from the audience, which is Sonny Hussey donated the acreage for the hospital. Did he donate it for a facility that does not respond to the community? You might check with his widow. Well, I just did exactly that, and Beverly Hussey wrote a letter to the triplicate. It was kind of buried in all the election letters, but the answer is she's very disappointed, and I think she used the words, my husband, if he were here today, would be mad enough to spit. He saw what happened to the donation that he made. So very good question, and we're looking into that too.
You don't want Sonny to spit.
He would spit.
I don't want him to spit.
No, he was a patient of mine actually for a long time, and I always liked being friends with Sonny. Go ahead, Linda. That's another great question. We never had this. Larry Enninger stood before the board and all the doctors, and he said, why is it that this is happening? We have never seen anything like this. I put 30 copies of his letters to the board. He wrote 2 excellent letters, and then he got what I consider a bureaucratic response, but you can make up your own mind. And I'll have more of those letters at my office. We don't know. We don't know why this happened. Why was a local board shut out? And this, again, this is important. They made a deliberate decision back in October to exclude you and us and every other stakeholder from an incredibly important decision in hospital governance. They acknowledged that. And when I gave them the opportunity to wipe the slate clean last Thursday, they did not take advantage of that opportunity. So there's something I don't understand there either.
Can we get their names?
Yeah, the names, they're all on the desk at my office. If you come in during business hours, you'll see the yes and the no. Give me till tomorrow afternoon, because I think I need more copies. Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, we would love to have letters go to the pilot, and we already have a couple of people who step forward from buildings that want to be on the committee. So there'll be an opportunity for everyone to. Oh, I'll talk and I'll go anywhere. I'll go to San Francisco. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please leave your information. I'd love to do that. Let me get somebody new just because, in the very back. Go ahead.
I think this is a great presentation, a very needed presentation. I think and all this is a great group that showed up. This is one of these points that galvanizes the county. We need to get involved. We all need to go out and get 10 people. We need to have this again. We need, between now and August 2nd, we need to motivate this county and have it fully operate. We need to triplicate, and we need to go to the Chronicle. We need to go to B's. B's already shown an interest in our county, so we need to get them involved, because that's where Sutter's at. But we also, like I said in Oregon, we need to get that board supervisors up, the county commissioners up there and here and regionally, and motivate the people to go. And when August 2nd comes, we need to be there, not just in the summer. We need to be there in the south.
Amen. And please write the letter. It's so hard to get to that step. It's so hard to write that first letter. I never spoke to the press my entire life until this, but once you do it, it's going to help your blood pressure. You need to get this out. Yes.
I wonder if Mr. Sutsey was unable to show up, did he leave a statement for, as to why he couldn't be here tonight, the CEO?
the Tea Party told me that he said he would not be coming because this is not a political event. That was his exact words. Yeah, I'm just repeating what he said. Yeah, right. I hope so. Go ahead, Doris.
We got something in our email discussing why it's good for us to regionalize. Would that be helpful for you to get that?
Yeah, sure. I'm not privy to any of the employee communications, and I'm not allowed access to the email list to send mass emails to the employees. This is important for the employees to know. They're being told a different story, okay? And the jobs at the hospital, this is really a big part of this to me. I mean, I'm established. I can weather this and you know, we'll be fine. But the employees at the hospital I've worked with for 20 years, there are people that have been there longer than I have, in the billing office in particular, who are going to lose their jobs, who already have lost their jobs. One job loss that doesn't need to happen is terrible. I mean, the job loss alone should be enough reason to oppose this. But yes, I'd be happy to see anything that he sent you, because I'm not on his email list right now. Go ahead.
And unfortunately, this is all having a big roll-down effect because we have a lot of employees in our hospital that are well over retirement age, but they continue to do their jobs because they love what they do. Well, a lot of those people are now taking those options. And so we are getting ready to lose a large amount of people from the hospital because they're going to retire. They're just not going to deal with it no more.
Okay. Do you have any folks go right ahead?
You know, talking about working for the Tea Party, I am involved in both. I'm not really proud of anything. It's just I like the Tea Party, and I like what I get from the Tea Party. Today, I received an email from the president of the Tea Party up there that said, since you have experience with both groups, let me know if you think there's something we should be doing based on your donor experience. So,
Thank you. Go ahead.
I like to keep jobs in Dillon County, so why not talk to the Native Americans? So it's, you know, cut them a piece of the pie. And they are a sovereign nation, nobody can touch their 10-foot pole.
For me, it would have to be a no smoking facility. Yes. Go ahead. It's August 2nd, and I don't know the location, but again, if you leave an email is the easiest, but a phone number I can call to, I will definitely find out what the protocol is for inviting interested guests and friends, as you all are, to the meeting.
Do they allow us on?
August 2nd, right? Go ahead. Great. That'd be great. Mary, go ahead.
Yes, I made a lot of extra copies of the petition that you signed tonight that are blank. And I'm hoping that you'd be able to take one of these blank copies and maybe make some more. And it's a great tool for you to go out and talk to everybody in the community. If you can get their name on it, phone number, email, again, that'll really help the cause, get them involved, so they'll know what's going on. But if you could pick one of these up, please, before you leave. And also, anybody involved in Facebook, this kind of information needs to go out on Facebook and out into the community, so they tell 2 friends and they tell 2 friends. So we'll have a little bit of video that we'll try and put out there, but if you can pick up one of these petitions, blank petitions, please do.
So what do we do with it?
Oh, yes.
Get your neighbors to sign it.
You have your neighbors sign it and turn it to Dr. Duncan's office. Dr.
We have a
Duncan
table
is
set up in the
the
waiting room, so you won't get a shot or an injection. Yeah. Anyway,
Howard said they had their meeting behind closed doors.
yes, all the board meetings are closed.
Well, I mean, they made the decision to allow that to be brought into
You know, that's another great question. It's not a public corporation, so I think that's how we get around that. As an orthopedic surgeon, yes. We're open. Oh, one more, I'm sorry. Well, there are a lot of definitions, but thank you all for coming. If anyone has a question, I'll stay